Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up the league with mono red humans. Those explosive burning tree emissary starts feel just as good as they always did. You can pump up your creatures with the mentor ability in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description box down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video or subscribing to the channel, I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. First match of the evening, 7 p.m. Atlantic time. You know where to find us. Got a slow but decent hand. Nothing too crazy. We'll go Singer, Chainwalker into Bushwhacker probably, unless we find the land for Ringleader. But this is pretty reasonable, so we're going to keep it. And yeah, fast starts. Opponent's going to get a Reader right there on turn 1. It's just got so much text on it. How could it be bad, right? And it's a human. Okay, there is a much better play into our Bushwhacker as opposed to, well, actually, Chainwalker, getting Chainwalker attacking right away is pretty good, but I like being able to get a Marauders down. Playing against turn 1 Plains is interesting. Playing against turn 1 Plains missed land drop is even more interesting. So if that's going to be the case, I think I'm just going to develop my board a little bit, and I'm going to run out Valley Dasher here because I can start attacking right away. And next turn we'll play Ringleader and then probably Bushwhack because we might draw another land to give something haste in a hurry. There's a Bolt. All right, let's play Ringleader. Our opponent is really letting us do our Goldfish thing, which is sweet. Maybe they'll mana tithe us eventually. I don't really know what deck we're playing against, obviously. Turn 1 Plains and then nothing is curious. I wouldn't mind a land here. They're just going to scoop. Okay, sure. I can dig that. Okay, so Plains. What could that mean? Creature deck? Boros Monarch? Could mean a lot of things. If it's Monarch, we want Smash to Smithereens. I could probably bring in like one Electrickery pretty safely. Well, who would keep a one-lander? That is good EV. Who would keep a one-lander that we'd be playing against? I wonder. I think I'm going to take out one Stormsinger for any Electrickery. What's up, Waltzmark? How you doing? Come on in. Trying to figure out whether or not we should bring in Electrickeries preemptively after seeing turn 1 Plains. I think every deck in the format that plays white is probably weak to an Electrickery. And also probably not that we might not need Mutagenic Growth. So I'm going to cut 2 Mutagenic Growths for 2 Electrickeries. And we'll see what happens. Maybe even all 3. Let's find out. If it's Boros Monarch, it could be Tribe too. Any Electrickery is still good against Tribe. So I definitely don't mind having the Electrickeries against Tribe. And there's the Electrickery. This is an awkward hand. For sure. I don't really want to mulligan it. If we get stuck on one land, we're kind of in trouble, but we have a little bit of interaction. We have a creature. We have one of our 3 drops, which kind of sucks, but there's only 18 lands in this deck. So I actually am going to keep. We got a couple of draw steps. What's up, Maverick Girl? Welcome to the Jank Bank. We'll see what we're up against. Thraben Inspector. Okay. So Trickeries might not be as good as we thought they would be, and Thraben Inspector is going to be an absolute house. So we'll run out Stormsinger. I'm glad we can interact with the first core Skyfisher. This can also trade with a core Skyfisher, which is nice. But yeah, that's bizarre that Boros Monarch would keep a one-lander. I really wish we had more Smash to Smithereens than we did Electrickeries now. Like, big time. Let's see what this is. Prophetic Prism. You got it. And passes. Well, we're finding our Electrickeries for sure, instead of our lands. So I'm going to go ahead and run out the saddest little Bushwhacker here. We're going to pass. Thanks to you, is in the water. I appreciate that, man. We over-sideboarded incorrectly against Boros Monarch. Still digging for land drops, or is this going to be, yep, just more vials and stuff. Pretty close to just lightning bolting this, depending on what this is. Glintock? Red mana. 4 what? Glintock, okay. Tapping Prophetic Prism. Interesting little bit of tech there. We're not going to get Frisky and Lightning Bolt anything yet, I don't think. I'd love to hit a land here. Just getting these 2 creatures, there we go. Just getting these 2 creatures down is pretty sweet because we can start attacking with Trainwalker. which I definitely want to do. So we'll run out Burning Tree, get some mana, play Chainwalker. Value. We will unleash the Chainwalker and pass the turn. Next turn we'll serve with everything, especially where we have Electrickery. So if we can trade our 2 creatures for these 2 creatures and an Electrickery, then I guess that's kind of okay. We're like a little down on value. Is a valiant menace. A violent menace. They are. They are a Menace. To be certain. Journey to Nowhere. I wonder what they're going to grab with that. Sure. And it looks like they're still having trouble with their mana. We do have to start getting a clock on them now. They decline using their mountain for anything. There's another Chainwalker. Alright, so I think we are going to attack with Burning Tree Emissary. Yeah, we're going to attack with Burning Tree Emissary because I want to cast this Chainwalker here. They might be leaving up removal for it, but that's okay. They're just going to take 2, so we might see a Skyfisher next turn. At which point we might make a sketchy attack where we like Lightning Bolt. We might not have to, actually. We probably attack with both of these. Opponent's going to kill our Chainwalker. Pretty typical Boros Monarch fare. But I imagine this is kind of a bad matchup, especially where we anticipated a white deck that wasn't Boros Monarch. It's really surprising to see Boros Monarch keep a 1-lander, and without a Thraben Inspector especially. So it looks like we're going to give them a game here, probably. But I'm certainly going to play it until the end. Not attacking and not blocking with Thraben Inspector is kind of weird. For sure. Opponent just going to pass 2 mana up. All right, let's play land, go to combat, attack with BT. Yeah, they have a bunch of incidental life gain. Well, it is nice to have Ringleader come down next turn. We're going to start attacking these into Thraben Inspector unless they kind of snap kill it. That's one of the downsides probably of playing 3 drops in RD Dub. Is committing 3 mana to the battlefield at any point. They're just going to draw a card off their clue. Okay. I can live with that. I'm waiting to see a Skyfisher. Skyfisher just matters a lot more. Wow, Palace Sentinels, you got it. Sure. Now I think a Lightning Bolt on the bird is pretty justified. Wow, okay, sure. Yep. So we're going to become the Monarch, which is pretty sweet for us. Hey, what's up, Warrior of the Stupid? Hello. Greetings from Canada. Another mountain isn't ideal. So we're going to go ahead and Lightning Bolt. I wonder if we go for like the big value play here. I wonder if you like Lightning Bolt Palace Sentinels and then Electrickery. I actually think I will. Yeah, I think I Lightning Bolt Palace Sentinels into Electrickery. I think that's exactly what I do. So play land, Lightning Bolt Palace Sentinels. I don't see how they can avoid this. Well, they have 5 cards in hand, so I don't really want to waste another Electrickery if I don't have to. And this gets most of their creatures off the board, and we should be able to force through a lot of damage here, plus become the Monarch. All right, sure. So they had the removal spell, but we get to become the Monarch. And it's conceivable that we'll be able to keep stealing it back turn after turn if we keep drawing extra cards. Because we have haste creatures and stuff like that. They do have a lot of removal. But their go wide type things, like Battle Screech and stuff like that, we have an answer to that in hand already. They're pretty incentivized to attack here, of course, unless they have another Palace Sentinels in hand. So we'll take 2. We're both down to 12. That's totally okay. I'm glad to have you back. And do not let me keep you up. A good night's sleep is very good. What's up, Pauper or Bust? Skyfisher. Okay. Kind of wish I saved the Bolt now. So that's going to pick up a Vial. And Prism, okay. 2 mana left for our opponent. I think we do have to suicide creatures into this Skyfisher. Oh man, bummer. Okay, more blockers is not ideal. It's not what we wanted to see. So we're gonna have to find a removal spell here. Chainwalker is not what we wanted to see either. All right, so let's go to combat. We have to kill this Skyfisher, pretty much regardless. On-screen chat is broken? Really? It doesn't look like it's me. Is anyone else having issues with the on-screen chat? No, it looks all right to me. So I think the plan here is just attack with Burning Tree, and if they block it with Skyfisher, then we can Electrickery for 1 mana, play it Ringleader. And that way we have good attacks into their Thraben Inspectors next turn. Perfect, okay. Oh, that's all good, that's all good. Sorry about the lag. Opponent tanking pretty hard on this combat step. So they can wait until beginning of combat if they do want to crack Vial and Burning Tree. I don't see why they would. They still have 4 cards in hand. I guess another line would be to attack with everything. At which point they might line... Oh, man. I think I might attack with everything. They might line themselves up to get blown out by an overloaded Electrickery, and I think that's just too worth it. Just way too worth it. Yeah, so I think I might attack with everything. Which, like, leads to a couple of pretty good lines. Granted, it is a lot of damage on the backswing if they just take it. But I think we have to take that risk. I think if we can kind of get them and reassert our board presence, commit this Chainwalker as a 3-2, then we might be in okay shape. They also could have just disconnected. Not really sure. They are certainly taking their time. I think they recognize that if we go to game 3, then it's going to be a fast game 3. I think that's how I would line up blocks anyway, if I was going to, because I wouldn't be chumping this Burning Tree, and I'd also be trying not to give my opponent the Monarch, but they might just have another removal spell. We've seen 2 Galvanic Blasts, but I don't know. This really just screams like Bolt to me. And that's a really good point, Warrior of the Stupid. Trading a Thraben Inspector for a 2-2 seems good. And they may still do that. They may like kill this and then double block and take 1. But we can Electrickery in blocks so that we can kill Thraben. We can kill both Thraben Inspectors. 3 Galv Blasts, 1 Bolt. Yeah. That seems pretty pretty legit. Is the Monarch emblem bugged again? Or did this ever display properly? I can't really remember. Haven't been playing a lot of Monarch myself lately, which reminds me that I should probably play some. They can't have 3 Galv Blast, but yeah, it's pretty unlikely unless they have, I don't know, Prophetic Prism into Archaeomancer, and then we're in trouble. Then they get that 4th Galv Blast that they need to complete. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. It's giving me a lot of time to think. So if they double block B, if we go to attacks, we attack with everything, they remove one of our creatures, double block Burning Tree with Thraben Inspectors, and block Goblin Bushwhacker with, or like one of the 1/1s, whichever 1/1 survives, with of course Skyfisher, then this turn would be really bad for us. Monarch is pretty decent. Yeah, they would blast a bunch of times. But actually, in considering that, I still think we have to take the risky line. We might be able to kill 2 Thraben Inspectors about it, and then play a Chain Whirler. Or a Chain Walker. Chain Whirler. Imagine. Oh, nice. Okay, they're going for it. So they're going to take the bait pretty good. Let that go through. Play Chain Walker. Yes, and Electrickery. See, those sideboard Electrickeries came through. Pass the turn. Granted, they have 5 cards in hand, and we're at 12. Yeah, that was a pretty good turn, but yeah. See, they just play more core Skyfishers. This is why sideboarding the way I did isn't very good. The Smash to Smithereens would have gone a long way. I am glad that this can trade with a Core Skyfisher and we can just play another 2/2, but they draw so many cards that trading off creatures. They didn't have the Bolt. They did not. We took the risky play and got there. Now, if we find a Bolt and they don't have a removal spell, maybe the turn will tables. More Thraben Inspectors are annoying. All right, just another bauble. What do you guys call these? Rocks? You must have slang for them. We're not just going to go around calling them vials and prisms, are we? All right, so we find Lightning Bolt. So Bolt, Core Skyfisher. That was a pretty good draw. It shouldn't be understated how good that draw was. Go to combat, attack for 3. Hopefully they don't have the removal spell this time. Maybe they found it. Tough to say. Nope, they go to 9. We become the Monarch. Play Ringleader and pass the turn. Still 5 cards in our opponent's hand, but we're attacking for a fair bit next turn. Valley Dashers would be sweet. Nice. Which means we can represent a ton of damage next turn. They could find some of their prismatic strands and stuff. Oh god, bummer. So now they're going to kill all their stuff with a Firebolt, with 1 Firebolt. Yep. 2 mana remains, and it will be more Skyfishers. Not ideal. I've had to kill way too many Core Skyfishers this game. So we're going to have to find another Lightning Bolt, which is precarious. I'll Fire Blast this if I have to. Stormsinger, well, that's not that bad. It is a haste creature. It's a way for us to force through and become the Monarch, which I think is what's going to have to happen here. Playing it for 3 is like, no, that's not good. Okay, so we're going to cast it. Cast 2 haste creatures. Become the Monarch again. And our opponent will take some damage, only be able to kill one of our creatures, but we're getting down into Galvanic Blast range, so I assume this game will be over shortly. We'll have to find our burn in a very timely fashion here if we want any chance of winning. Before they find Prismatic Strands too, I just think this is probably kind of a bad matchup. What do we find? More Valley Dashers. Okay. Maybe they just like go all in, don't have a way to kill us, and we find Bushwhacker off the top. And I think that still doesn't kill them. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 7. And more Skyfishers. Well, they found all 4 in time. Granted, they found Skyfishers instead of Prismatic Strands, so I can't complain that much. Yep. We should have a lowly 1/1 to defend us. We're going to go to Galvanic Blast range. And yeah, those Smash to Smithereens will be coming in handy. I think we did fairly well for how dubious this seemed. What do we draw? Mountain. All right, well, nothing to it but to do it. Play Valley Dasher. Go to combat and swing. But we can't draw our way out of this, so they just block Valley Dasher, go to 8, and we die. Sure. We're dead. All right, so we're going to take out one of the Electric Rees. Probably go down to 1. Actually, we don't. If they get to the point of the game where they're just making tons of tokens, we lose. Bring in a bunch of Smash to Smithereens, and we probably want a non-zero number of these Flaring Pains. So I think I'll take out... We're going to need all the creatures we can get. So I'll take out Reckless Abandons, especially where we have Smashes, and I can probably even get one of these Electric Rees back in here. Yeah. So hopefully we can slow them down. We're on the play here. Might even be able to take out a Bodyguard. I don't think a Bodyguard is very good here for 1 abandon. Yeah. All right, let's do it like that. Gotta go fast. Well, there's sideboard cards, but this is not a go fast hand. Ugh, this is also not a go fast hand, but we can blow up their turn 1 land, so I'm going to keep it. Lightning Bolt's on top. Yeah, I think that's reasonable enough. I'll put it on top. We have to kill Skyfishers or we die, so we'll play Forgotten Cave, pass the turn. What's up, Double X? How you doing? No artifact land turn 1. Our opponent is on to us, so we'll play our Valley Dasher. Combat. Swing in. Pass the turn. Hope they play an artifact for us to smash next turn. I imagine they will. Ideally a land. Opponent is wise to the smash plan. Thraben Inspector. Yep. Well, I'm not above smashing a clue, but I kind of don't want to. And I think I'm probably going to. So we'll attack with the Valley Dasher. We're talking about Wojek Bodyguard this week. Opponent going to Galvanic Blast. Okay. Would have been kind of nice to have a mutagenic growth there, I guess. But that's fine. So we're just going to pass here. We've got Bolt for potential Skyfisher. And if they spend their whole turn doing that, we might be in okay shape. Vial. Okay, sweet. And we're going to go ahead and blow that up with the trigger on the stack so that they can't play a land and crack it. They'll have to take the damage. Forgotten Cave is our opponent's land drop. 3-drop's looking pretty bad here. All right. So are we to the play a couple of Storm Singers past the turn part of the game? I think we are. We probably would have had to hit their turn 2 land there, or turn 1 land, as opposed to their bobble. I guess they are being a little more inefficient, picking up Thraben Inspectors and stuff, but they just wall these off until we can stick a ringleader. So we could be in trouble. Prophetic Prism, yep. Yeah, I like it a lot. Some Gobbo love. Mountain, okay, well, we're getting there. They can just keep removing our ringleaders, which kind of sucks, but got it right here. See what our opponent's all about here. Missing land drops, which is nice. Journey to Nowhere, okay. Yep. No frisky inspectors. All right, so let's go Burning Tree. It could even just be time to kill this, but I don't think that's worth considering we're going to Ringleader. And if they can kill the Ringleader, it might be time to finally kill Thraben Inspector, because we're attacking for so much every turn. What's up, Death by Manga? Because it dies to removal. Yeah. Pretty typical MO for the Ringleader over here. Opponent on very, very little time for being against the mono red deck. Another Journey, okay. Yep. There go our Ringleaders. No frisky inspectors for us. More lands. This deck does not play very many lands. Gonna go to combat, swing with Emissary. I don't know why I would sandbag it. I guess someday we might want to hardcast Fire Blast. So we'll play it. That's sweet, sweet moral victory in the 2-3 bracket. Oh, that is the best victory. Opponent gonna tap a ton of mana to play Palace Sentinels. Okay. You got it. So I think we are going to take our draw for turn to see whether we want to remove this Thraben Inspector or not. Probably don't. Storm Singer. Okay. So we will morph Storm Singer. Oh yeah, we're going to get it. Go to combat, swing with everything. And this way we get the Monarch, we lose 2 creatures, but we get to kill this Palace Sentinels. It's become a liability for them for sure, considering how low life they are. So we'll kill their big blocker, hope to draw into more interaction, or more burn. Kind of sucks sending that at a creature, but we can attack through a 2/4 in almost any universe. Well, there's something for a Skyfisher, so that's nice. Yeah, it is a lot better for us. 2 mana, there's Skyfisher. Yep. Yep. And let's see what this is. More Skyfishers, okay. Well, that's trouble. That is 3 blockers. So we need a creature here to give haste. And we can give any creature in our deck haste. More burn spells help us kill these. Nice, okay. So play Keldon Marauders. They might kill our morph creature in response. It's pretty obvious what it is. Like, we are going to give this haste. Fishy Goyles. So I assume we're going to see a removal spell on our morph creature here. We've only seen 1 Galvblast. We have seen, I guess we've seen some Journeys, but leaving up 1 red mana, giving us the opportunity with a good draw to steal the Monarch. Could see this being a removal spell. I have not Clinton Greystone, although I've been tempted. It's just like Pauper is my format, and even I guess I can challenge people to Pauper games now, so I could have like a select number of people watch my matches, but so I could have certain people watch my matches, but at the same time, I kind of want to keep doing this. It's just easier to buy decks and stuff. Go to combat. And swing with a 3/3. I think that's all I want to swing with. Maybe swing with everything. This is a pretty easy attack. They block here, they take 3. Yeah, actually, I think I'm just going to swing with the 3/3. Red tokens. I've played red-based tokens lists. They're going to double block. Okay. Sure. So we'll kill Skyfisher. They'll take another 1. We will continue to be the Monarch. And like, well, it's not even really the card pool. Like, I think it would be fun to brew in Pauper with standard Pauper. I think that could be a lot of fun. But it's more the acquisition of the cards. Yeah, Electricity is out there big time. Let's see if they have more creatures. We've killed a lot of their big butts. All right, Lone Missionary, sure. That will kill our 2/2 and gain them a lot of life. Just like playing it in between. I think that's a good idea, the Maverick Girl, TMG. Thank you for the shout out earlier in the week, by the way. I really appreciate that. Ooh, Trickery. All right, so go to combat, attack with both. Because this may inform how we play later. So we're going to block and block. Okay. So I think we Electricity now. Or do we just let it go? I think we let it go. The game is getting kind of late. They can just steal it back. So I think we Electricity now. It'll save our creature. Prismatic Strands, yep. All right, that's pretty bad. Not optimal. We're probably dead now, especially where they have Strands in the bin. All right, so Strands on red, I presume. And now we have to awkwardly play... Actually, I think I am going to still unleash this. It doesn't matter whether we block with it or not. We do get to draw 1 more card. Yeah, they probably have Battle Screech. Maybe they were just sandbagging it. Because we did show them a lot of Electricrues out of our sideboard last game. Here they come. Even though my guy can't block. They probably got more blockers or removal spells. That's all this deck plays. Blockers and removal spells. Guys, we have to figure out how to squeeze a Whitney Houston joke in here. This is the Bodyguard deck. To go along with the Bodyguard movie. Yeah, gaining a Jillion life. Red can't deal any damage for a while. Probably dead. The new Crusher artwork is amazing. And Resurrection is going to be a lot of fun. I think. What artifact do we blow up? Probably just the Clue. Or no, we'll just hold on to it until I play a Bobble. So we'll call the Marauders. I can call you Al. Okay, Dolce Hand. I do really like the new Crushers art. I think it's awesome. Oh, so you actually can build up your collection quite quickly, eh? I wonder if they're going to trade anything off. If they trade off either of these creatures or the Prismatic Strands for this Gorehouse Chain Whirler, I'm not that unhappy. Or Chainwalker. With Kevin Costner's face? That's what I'm talking about. Did we get in there? Did we get the... Yeah, we got in there. We got the Bodyguard reference. I think foil... Okay, well, they're going to cash in their Prismatic Strands. That's actually pretty good for us. If we could be in a good situation here. They might just have more in hand. And, there we go. But we have to find like a topical way to fit it in. How can we squeeze a Whitney Houston reference in? I don't know why. I think the only reason, this is the weirdest thing, but the only reason... Oh, hi, Mock. What's up, Beard Lord 44? I'm glad I've got a beard for you, man. I think the only reason I know the movie The Bodyguard exists at all is because my mom had a Bodyguard mouse pad when I was a kid. And I was like, what is this movie with Whitney Houston in it? And why does it have promotional mouse pads? But I do like Resurrection because it provides kind of redundancy for the Mistmoon Griffin mono white Resurrection deck. And also the new Crusher art is beautiful. So maybe you could get them all at once. Oh, Bread. Sorry, Bread Lord. Do you speedrun the game I Am Bread by any chance? There's the Screech. And our Electrickery is already in the bin. So we're almost 200% ice here. Mardu Reanimator. That could be cool. I agree. Yeah, we're dead. Here comes the big deck, guys. I am going to smash one of their lands to assert dominance, but they're attacking us for 6 in the air, so we have basically 2 turns to find an answer. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially, it's just way easier to use or leverage than... I feel like this blocking a 2/1 is going to be important. It's just way easier to leverage than Mistmoon Griffin. You have to like line it up to be all special and stuff like that. Double X Terry is calling you. There's a streamer who has a tutorial on how to hack your card images to have your own images. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. I don't know much about the rules, but that can't have anything to do with the rules. No way. Well, you are Bread, so you're living the dream now. Julian Assange, is it him? All right, we have 1 draw step, gang. One draw for them all, for all the marbles. I don't think we have any Electrickeries left in our deck, and my deck's probably going to troll me and like be a land. That's Valley Dasher, but anyway, we're dead. So they have 8 damage in the air. They know we're dead. They gave us the preemptive GGs. Thank you very... Oh my god, it's E-Hustle. Oh, shucks. Well, we're going to keep it. We even got Bodyguard. Very hard to build around. It is. Well, my thing with foil, like, and I keep saying this. Oh yeah, here comes Tortex. And like one of the best Tortex players in the biz. So expect that. But yeah, one of the things with turn 1, that's why. That's what does it. Okay. Burning Tree. Rip the 4/1 tree. Yep, you do not want to be bringing your janky build into the Tortex matchup. Valley Dasher gets in because it must. And I actually think we're going to run out Ringleader next turn. It just adds more damage to the battlefield if uncontested than anything else we're doing. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of life gain going on. It's going to be pretty uncomfortable. But we are attacking for a lot next turn, and we have Mutagenic Growth in hand. So what's this? 6, 9. So we're going to put them to 5. We can put them to 3. So if we draw Bolt, we have lethal on board on turn 4. Yeah, we're going to get hustled. But my thing with Oh, they could find like brown scale here. My thing with foil is that I don't think it answers anything strong enough. Oh, there's brown scale. So they take the other Tortex. There's Fume Spitter. Okay. Or they took Fume Spitter. Okay. You got it. We draw BTE. Okay. So we'll go to combat. We have no haste, so we'll go to combat and attack. We're so close. Ringleader triggers. Make some big stuff. They will block. Just chumps or... No, preventing a little bit of extra damage. Sure. So we'll take 3. And we will... Burning Tree into probably even just Keldon Marauders. No, we should go into Bodyguard. But Keldon Marauders does represent damage on board. There's a big difference between Counterspell and Foil, though. Like, you can... Oh, are they going to dredge brown scale? Probably. It really sucks that Mutagenic Growth doesn't save Ringleader. I don't know if they're going to wait to do the block and sack. But anyway, so Counterspell is 1 card out of your hand. It does cost double blue, but it's 1 card out of your hand to stop something, no questions asked. Ooh, Grave Scrabbler, okay. There's more blockers and a Fume Spitter. So that's going to be their play. They're going to have 2 blockers and a Fume Spitter. We got a whole whack of creatures on board. And a Muta in hand. Plus 1 wholesale damage. They are going to kill it right away. Okay, you got it. Tapped out. And what do we find on the top? Stormsinger. All right, well, cast Stormsinger. Go to combat. Swing. Trigger Bodyguard. We will trigger on Stormsinger because it's the only creature on board that doesn't trade with Grave Scrabbler. How close are we? Go to blocks. So 1, 2, 5, 9. Mutagenic Growth on Bodyguard. And that's game. Sweet. I do think it'll find a couple of good homes. Yes, I do think people are going to play foil. I mean, we are close. This deck does not like elves. It's true. I don't really know a deck that does. So what do we do against... I just don't think we do. I don't think we've got it. I think maybe Flaring Pain. But Flaring Pain's probably the only thing we're going to bring in. Never didn't have it. I think Mutagenic Growth has too much downside. Although it does help make us faster. Riot Ringleader's probably a little too slow. The Bodyguard can help against Fume Spitter. So I think I'm going to go down Ringleader for Flaring Pain. And I might go down 1 Stormsinger for Flaring Pain. I just don't think Stormsinger is high enough impact. We'll do it like that. And that was a pretty quick kill, Fred Lord. It was. Basically, the red deck wins drop, but they get to go on the play this time. Well, we've got 2 Bodyguard. This hand's actually very bad. So I'm going to mulligan this. I don't really want to, but it's pretty bad. Thank you very much for the follow, Breadlord44. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we have Bushwhackers. We need to find a land. Flaring Pain to the bottom. Got a couple of haste creatures. Not the haste creatures we want, but they are haste creatures. Turn 1 Tortex. Turn 1 Fume Spitter. Okay, sure. Land. Come on. Okay, we found one. We're going to be okay, gang. So play Stormsinger. Start swinging. Is Lynx out here? What's up, Lynx? I'm going to block. Yep. Never, ever punished once. I didn't even see Lynx. Is Lynx up there somewhere? Tortex, you got it. They got a 1-lander? All right. So, I think we are just going to Bushwhacker here. It seems a little like a waste. Reasons to not Bushwhacker. Pretty much none. Just arrive. Well, welcome. So what do you guys think? Should we Bushwhacker here, or should we run out Stormsinger and Sandbag it for a turn? They're missing land drops. So what do you guys think? I think we whack. Yeah, it just represents more damage. I guess that represents more damage next turn. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, so play Bushwhacker and Stormsinger. Go to combat, swing with Stormsinger. And then next turn we'll get whacking for 6. And we have Reckless Abandon in hand. So hopefully we can kind of get them here. Oh, they found more land. Bummer. Edict, okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of Bushwhacker here. Because it's not a human. Draw land, all right. I actually think I'm going to run out Bodyguard. So we'll play Bodyguard, go to combat, and swing. And then next turn we can whack and abandon if we have to. That could have been a really good turn if they didn't have removal. All right. Wild Mongrel, a little problematic. So I think we do still Bushwhack here. So this becomes a 2-1. It means I can't really block anything that profitably. Or do we go to combat, swing, put a counter on this? They have to discard a card in order to get this up out of death range. And then we play Bodyguard and next turn attack with 2 Bodyguards. I think that's what we do. So go to combat and swing. Trigger here. And they're going to block, which means they're going to discard. Yep. Brown scale, that's pretty good. And they have Tortex on board. So they'll take 2. They're going to gain that back pretty easily. All right, they're going to save it with Crypt Rats. Sure. You got it. And we'll play another Bodyguard. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. I don't think they're going to dredge back Brown Scale this turn. No, because they're trying to find a land. Deadweight, yep. They found a land. No attacks. All right. So we find Marauders. Well, I do think it's time to whack here. Because we can't attack with Bodyguard otherwise. So kick a Bushwhacker. I tried that out, actually. So the initial build of this deck was Crew and Striker with Thatcher Revolt, which was actually kind of crazy. It was a lot of fun. Yep, they'll block. See if they'll pitch. Nope, they're going to trade. Sure, and we'll pass the turn. Can't attack with Wojak Bodyguard next turn, unfortunately. And now they have enough mana to start doing some wild stuff with Brown Scale and Crypt Rats and stuff. So we'll see if they start dredging here. And they might just find more blockers. Or find more lands. Both are pretty good for them. And we're unfortunately taking a turn off for Kelp Marauders. We're going to have to go faster. But yeah, so I did try it, and there was some pretty... Oh, they found their land drop. Okay. Stinky boy. Burning Tree. Okay. Well, still no haste creatures, so we will... Burning Tree. Yep. And Keldon Marauders. Ping you. That's an awful lot of damage next turn. And if they leave back Stinkweed as their only blocker, then we might be able to get them with a Reckless Abandon, but we'll see what happens. We do still have bolts in our deck. They're going to dredge I can't remember its name. Dredge the 1 green thing that gains you 2 life whenever it leaves your graveyard for something. And I wonder what they'll get back. They can get back Mongrel and play it. They can get back Crypt Rats and cast it and threaten activation. Lots of choices here. So just Golgari Brown Scale, that's his name. In hand. Are they going to cast it as a blocker? No. They're going to pitch it. Is Vampire Hounds coming down? Or one Stinky Boy. Probably the Stinky Boy. I think the Stinky Boy wins about 80% of the time. They're going to get back Fume Spitter. Okay. Cast Fume Spitter. And that's going to be their board for the turn. So let's see if we can jank it out here. This does give them the widest kind of berth to block with. Chainwalker. Okay. So I just wonder if we kill Stinkweed Imp here before we attack. Part of me kind of wants to. Like sacrifice Keldon Marauders to Reckless Abandon to kill Stinkweed Imp. No, unfortunately it doesn't. I kind of wish it did. We'll run it out just in case. But I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. And go to combat. I think we are going to attack with everything. Bodyguard will trigger, and we'll have to go with the 2/2. And the block. Yep. Put a counter on Gore House, I imagine. Yep. Take 3. Down goes Bodyguard. They're at 10, and we have 4 burn damage in hand, plus a few creatures to play around with. We'll pass the turn. I really wish Reckless Abandon was an instant. And I'm not using it right now because I might need to use it to kill a blocker. He can block now? They're going to dredge back Brown Scale. We'll see what they grab with Brown Scale. Probably just Stinkweed Imp again. Fume Spitter. Okay. Yep. So now they'll be able to kill Chainwalker. They'll take a damage from Keldon Marauders. I don't really know. I might need it. If they like play Crypt Rats without being able to deal any significant damage to us, then I really want to be able to force their hand. Yep. Yep. So we'll play Chainwalker. Is this on a loop? I have definitely not said Mutagenic Growth that many times. We're going to dredge Brown Scale. Yep. Pitch Brown Scale. Get back Brown Scale. And it is a mighty 2/3. Get Wild Mongrel. And Wild Mongrel is going to come down. Yep. Just a 2/2. So we can trade with this. And they've gained some life. There's a Bolt. So we get it for 3. They go to 12. We have 7 burn damage in hand. Or I bolt this. They go down to 9. And then a virtual 5. They're going to gain a bunch of life next turn. I think we bolt it. Because we don't want to trade a creature on board. So we'll bolt this. Get in for 6. And I think we'll see the same loop next turn. So then gain 4, get back Wild Mongrel, and play it. That banks on not losing. You just, you worry about losing later. Might as well have 6 here. Loop. And Mongrel. You got it. Land. Okay, so we'll go to combat. We are still going to swing. I think they know exactly when to break the loop, too. So they do have that advantage. And I'll play a land, because Fire Blast. Pass turn. So they might break the loop here, or get something else. Not really sure. Haven't played against a good Tortex player that many times. So we'll see what they do. As soon as we stop suiciding our creature into them, yeah, I think that's when things change. There's Chainwalker. All right, so go to combat, attack. We will trade with Stinky. They might just deck. Yep, make another 3/2. Pass the turn. You massive rated a creature? I'm not surprised. So with this loop, we can't win, but we also have to keep attacking to force them to block so that they can't get back another creature with Tortex and kind of get ahead on advantage. So that's why I've continued attacking. I don't know if that's the correct line, but that is why I'm doing it. They are gaining a lot of life. No blocks. They're going to go to 13. So that means they're going to draw naturally or just get another creature next turn. We'll play another Chainwalker. Being able to represent 6 damage on board is kind of nice, but I don't really know what we're going to see here. Wild Mongrel attacks. You got it. Well, our creatures can't block. I guess they have to win eventually. Yep. Get back Brown Scale, gain some life. I don't really know how we can win through this, now that I'm thinking about it. Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that, Lynx. Thanks, man. We've been doing this for a minute, hey. Bolts. Yep. It doesn't do it. So if we bolt a Mongrel, attack for 6, put them to 11. They do the same thing again. They gain 4, play a Mongrel, and we're net +2 damage, so we have to do it. So that's what we'll do. Combat, attack for 6. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. They can gain so much life every turn, and we can't remove their blockers or keep dealing damage to them unless we kind of like commit to this loop with them. We can chip in for like 1 or 2 damage at a time this way, but we have to top deck like friggin' champs while they're dredging. And like I said, they could deck. It's unlikely that they will, but they could. All right, so they can't get back both Mongrels this time. So we're going to attack. They're going to trade both Mongrels, and then they're going to have the advantage of board presence. So that means we have to top deck better than they will, which is pretty unlikely, but this is how we're going to do it. So we'll do it like this. Play a land, pass turn. They can only commit 1 Mongrel, and we might be able to kill it. But like I said, we're in a loop here. We just have to keep looping. No plays. Okay. They pass. We draw Mountain. Play it. Pass turn. So now I think they're going to take a natural draw step, maybe? Oh, they're just doing it on our turn. Okay. Yeah, we're out of gas. And they are going to win the life gain race. So they take their natural draw for turn. They find the land, which means they can represent Crypt Rats X1 out of nowhere. We find Valley Dasher. Okay. So play Valley Dasher. Go to combat, get in for 2. And now they can gain 6 life a turn, though. I think we might just be dead. Granted, they have to, like, dredge a lot of cards. But we could just be dead. It's pretty unlikely that we can deal 25 damage. To keep in their land drops. So they're going to be up to Edict mana very shortly. We keep drawing lands. It kind of is. There's no way we can kind of keep pressure on them effectively enough. Taps a bunch of mana. Yep. All right, have a good one, Warrior of the Stupid. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Nice, yeah. We found a Fire Blast. Well, good thing we have enough mana to cast it. Basking Rootwalla. Okay. Yep, Rootwalla comes down. So Rootwalla is going to eat our Valley Dasher. And then they'll be able to turn the corner. So they have something to beat us now. Well, I don't know. Winning on time here doesn't seem ideal, but I'm just going to pass the turn. If we're going to kill the Root Wallow, we'll make them commit mana to pump it. But we're like, they can just win by attacking now. I don't really know. I think they could have turned the corner a minute ago, but they just haven't. It's going to be a close game. Or it's going to look like a close game. 3 mana. Vampire Hounds. Yep. They give it +2/+2 twice. So we're going to kill Vampire Hounds in response to this trigger. Gurmag Angler. All right. We're pretty much dead. So let's go to sideboard. Now that I know they're a Gurmag Angler deck, I really don't think... We haven't seen any Fog Frogs. Maybe the Flaring Pains come out. Bring in Ringleader, bring in Stormsinger, go fast. Go fast, beat face. A Lizard Boy beating a Fanatical Mardu Warrior? It was bound to happen. A sneaky Lizard Boy? And even though they do have Angler, it just doesn't matter. Putting creatures into their hand is not what we want to do. They even got stuck on lands that game. We just couldn't do it. They started gaining life. It's our one true nemesis. Didn't even get off a Pulse of Marasa. Maverick Girl sending me the big whammies. Did you notice that sideboard with 13 cards in it? That was a deep cut, Lankenzie. That was a deep, deep cut. And yes, Basking Rootwalla is basking. Thanks, Draven Valiant. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can get out of the gate fast enough here and take them out. Hoping for the humans. The less than resilient humans. The lawful Wojak bodyguard. I feel like these two probably don't get along IRL. They are from different guilds, so that makes sense. Walla walla walla. I can't see your messages, E-Hustle. I'm sorry. I want to, but I can't. Can I like collapse this or something? Can I see the game if I do this? All right, we're in. All right, E-Hustle letting us know that they weren't ghosting. Oh man, we got it. We got Bushwhacker Tron. Okay. All right, so Bushwhacker. Pass the turn. Yep. Oh, that kind of sucks. And we'll Chainwalker. We'll Chainwalker first. I guess we can just... Yeah, we can Chainwalker this turn. So go to combat, swing. Playing with this many Bushwhackers is not a trivial thing. Play Chainwalker. They might have more... They might have more stuff to interrupt us. Pure gasoline. Chainer's Edict, dang it. So more disruption from them. That's not great. Find Forgotten Cave. So I think we're just going to run out a vanilla Bushwhacker. And kick a Bushwhacker. That's so funny. Like, I kind of love that. But sometimes it's just not enough. I think you need Burning Tree Emissaries to go with that start. And we'll see what they've got. Chainer's Edict was definitely nice for them. Bought them a lot of time. Deadweight, okay. Killing creatures. Killing creatures. Gaining life. Mutagenic growth. Alright, so we'll cycle Forgotten Cave. See if we can find a 2-drop land deck. Come on. So we'll play it. Bushwhacker. Attack for 2. They killed too much stuff. That's it. Removal will get you, man. Removal will get you good. Rootwalla, okay. The mighty basking Rootwalla. Big whelps, everybody. So much removal, so many lands. Attack with Bushwhacker. The relentless Bushwhacker. They're gonna block. Well, mutagenic growth. Walla Rootwalla. Any new whelps indeed. There was so much removal in their opener. And they have more creatures, yeah, so they're just going to keep getting in our way. We're going to have to top deck, like, hot tamales here. Attack with Bushwhacker. How to waste Bushwhackers? Are you kidding me? Oh, how to, like, kill them. I was like, I don't think I wasted them. It's honestly kind of difficult to sequence that many Bushwhackers. About to hardcast Fire Blast. Here it comes. I mean, they're only hitting lands, so we got that going for us. And now they can trade with, or they can just get Bushwhacker with the Rootwalla. So I think we're going to hold on to Bushwhacker. You would have held them? I don't know. So they can pump. They're just going to chump. Oh, they are going to pump. Okay. To trade. Might as well. Yep. And the Marauders. Maraud. If only they were there. But we did just draw lands. I don't really know. I think if they didn't have a jillion removal spells, we would have been okay. So let's see what their turn looks like. The minute the life gain gets rolling, we're pretty much out of commission. Cycles, Tranquil Thicket, all right. Chainer's Edicts. That's interesting. I think we sack Bushwhacker. I think we're going with the highest upside play here. Ping the Rootwalla. With what? Keld Marauders is just player. All right, play land, pass turn. The deck has not been particularly nice to us here, but... Nah. That would have been sweet, though. And this might be the end, gang. Yep, here comes a life gain. Deck is being a true dude tonight. Now, how could we kill our opponent without ever killing this Golgari Brown Scale, you ask? Drawing more lands? Definitely the way to do that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Just getting 2 Fire Blasts off the top. That's how we're going to have to do it, guys. Well, there's 4 burn damage. We're going to play this old game. They could sack their own Brown Scale to Chainer's Edicts. It's kind of the secretest of techs. 18 land deck, by the way. We've drawn 8 of our 18 lands. All right, well, this can turn another creature into a haste creature. So I'm going to cast this face down. And we're gonna hope they don't have, well, they can just make us sack it. So actually, I think I'm going to go face. So we're going to Reckless Abandon, sack our morph creature. Pass turn. Deck's like, ask and you shall receive. 18 land deck, ladies and gents. There's no oof big enough. I agree. All right, Fire Blast one time. Reckless Abandon won't do it. We need the burn. And they got the Brown Scale in the bin. This game. Man, that was a lot of that was a lot of lands. 1, 2. We got 10 of our 18 lands. Got there. Guys, we're going for the record. This is why I play Magic. Back up to 8. There was no believing in the heart of the cards tonight. All right. I I think we're just gonna let them kill us, but when life hands you mountains. A poem by Jeffrey. You just drop Faithless Looting and double Fire Blast. It's pretty much a triviality at this point. We're at 6. Looks like we're going down fairsy squaresies. Hard casts the Brown scale. We draw Marauders, but that's still not enough damage. We'll cast Marauders. Ping them. Maybe they're giving us a shot. Seismic Assault, let's go! We have to kill one of these creatures with... if they flashback Chainer's Edict, we have to try to like kill one of their creatures. And I still think they kill us. So like 1, 2, 3, that'll 5, 7. So yeah, we're still dead. Dead meat. Flashback Edicts. Yep. We have a haste creature. We've got some burn. We got a ringleader. We got a mutagenic growth to protect us from disfigure. I'm gonna keep it. Seriously, yeah, no, it is. It is. I feel like the cards won't get any bigger than this, huh? Deal there. Finally found a reason to use my gut shots. Got a haste creature. Beauty. Player haste creature. See if they want a daze or they're just reading this. Probably just reading this. But we don't see... it's probably Mono Blue Delver. I'd assume it's Mono Blue Delver. Swing. You really need BTEs in this one, I feel like. But we have Hearth Charm in the sideboard, which I think is some sweet tech because it both helps us go under them and kills Spire Golems. So I think that's pretty rad. Are we going to have a little mutagenic growth fight? Fight of the mutas? Here they come. Justification for Phyrexian mana. Pumping up human boys. That's just, I think that's the best song to freestyle over. No days. I'm going to double Muta the Delver. Imagine. And mutagenic growth pretty much served its purpose there. Probably helped Kolaghan Stormtamer deal more damage than... Or Stormsinger. Oh yeah, we got him big time, Breadlord. Big time. Flare Husk? Where am I? What's my name again? Also, what's my age again? Burning Tree. No days. Island Augur. Rip. Yeah, that would suck. We could kill it with Reckless Man. We can also attack through it with Chainwalker. Dang it! Hey, opponent. You're having it right now. Augur would be kind of a beating. So we'll see. Oh, they're going to ninja this Germ token. Oh my god, the tech. That was insane. They used to play 4/4 Spike. I played 4 Spike in that mono blue fairy control deck. That was pretty sweet. We need to find a lightning bolt, gang. We just got back big time. Keldon Marauders, eh? Does our opponent have more dazes, is the question. So ping them. If they have another daze, this is really bad. They don't. Okay. Ping them. Can you still get that? Can you like do the way back machine and go look at really old MTG Goldfish lists? That'd be sweet. I almost don't even care if they Vapor Snag. I kind of do, because they get to attack us with Ninja. But drawing a land, if they don't attack and we go, oh snap, dang it. Now that's value. Oh, playing Pauper did, okay. Here comes Ninja. Opponent's drawn like hot fire. Having the days for that Burning Tree Emissary was kind of savagery. I feel like this should be a decent matchup too. If we can find a way to kill this through removal or through days, then I'll probably do it. We can't this way. We can resolve our Keldon Marauders. They could just get another ninja down. So I'll play Keldon Marauders. Ping them. Will do. Thank you very much. Pass the turn. Sounds good, TMG. Thank you. Opponent's going to brainstorm. Whoa, yeah, Pauper battle boxes are a big thing. I feel like, so if I was going to do a type of content, I don't have my own battle box, but I feel like the Pauper community is really interested in that. Because the format's so affordable, you can make tons of Pauper decks, right? Oh my goodness, not another ninja, please. My nightmares. My nightmares. Oh god, okay. Yep. This isn't good, guys. This is not good. This card's crazy. When you don't have all your lightning bolts. Turn comes back. Keldon Marauders disappearing. Lightning bolts. Alright, so let's Bolt Ninja. They could have like Vapor Snag or something, I guess. They left up 1 mana on purpose. Attack with Keldon Marauders. And Reckless Abandon Ninja, sacking Keldon Marauders. Pass the turn. Although they've already replaced themselves significantly. So if they have a way out here, we might be able to come back. Get a Valley Dasher down, start beating face. But if they haven't cast anything, they're probably on all... Yeah, so here comes the Spellstutter's X2, I imagine. So we'll run the Ringleader out. And they could just have Daze. Like, Dazes and Counterspells are all fine against this. I'm going to let it go. If we draw a land, next turn. Oh my god. Are they going to, like, flash in Spellstutter Sprite and ninja it back? Ugh. Vapor Snags, okay. 3 cards in hand. Delver, yep. Attacks, yep. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Spellstutter Sprite mana is up. Chainwalker. Alright, well, keep playing around Spellstutter Sprite. But when they flip this Delver, that's when things are going to get real touch and go. Just bought Tribe. Ooh, sick. 15% back. Was that like a Good Friday thing? Or a Black Friday thing? It's been a long time since Good Friday, gang. Alright, so we just gotta start attacking them now. Valley Dasher is gonna get eaten. So I hope I draw a land so that I can... I might even Fire Blast something if I do. So I can force through 2 2-drops. Bushwhacker. Ugh. That's gonna get countered. The advertising. There it is. Okay, so we're going to run a Chainwalker into Spellstutter Sprite. Because we have to. Yep. And next turn, we're going to go for Bushwhacker. Or maybe even Valley Dasher. I think next turn we'll try to resolve Valley Dasher, and then I think we do attack here too. They might have Mutagenic Growth. Can't really beat that, though. I guess I could have waited to draw a land, but they might not have had Spellstutter Sprite, so... Opponent's at 8. We have a Fire Blast in hand. Thank you very much, Mr. Redbird. See you soon. Let me grab my Doritos and Mountain Dew products. Alright, now the question is, how much more counter magic does our opponent have? Infinite, you say? Probably. We're at 6, so that means we pretty much have to win this turn. Mountain. Okay. So. We're going to try to cash Valley Asher. Because Bushwhacker ultimately represents the same amount of damage. Spell Stutter, okay. Which I think means we're dead. If they flipped over. So now we can Bushwhacker, attack with everything. So kick Bushwhacker. Do they have another counter? Oh my god. I don't know what else they could have. They probably have like Snap or something. Gushes, okay. Is this another counter? Oh my god. And now we're dead on board. F. Okay. Sure. So we will bring in our Gut Shots. And our Hearth Charms. And 2 Electrickeries. And we're going to go down Reckless Abandons. And probably Mutagenic Growths. And 1 copy of Stormsinger. And run it like that. GP Gold tickets. Does that let you go to a bunch of events for minimal investment? Well, we have a Burning Tree that our opponent can daze, but we're going to go for it. We got 2 Fire Blasts and a Lightning Bolt. That's a lot of burn damage. We play smart. We can do this. So let's go. Let's do it. That Gush was crazy. I feel like we would have had a chance if Gush wasn't our opponent's play, because they would have had Spell Stutter or something. They might have had Spell Stutter on top, which means they might not have flipped Delver, which would have given us another turn, which probably would have been enough to win. So that Gush was crazy good. Oh, I think I saw that. All right, let's see if our opponent's got the perfects again. Stormsinger. Okay, so play Mountain, play Burning Tree. Oh man, nice, Garuda. How you doing? Glad to have you. Burning Tree comes down. Why do you guys think the Stompulists have been cutting Burning Tree Emissary for other threats recently? What do you guys think the justification behind that is? Any ideas? Oh, I think I saw that. I think I did see that. As demonstrated. Yeah, when Burning Tree gets dazed, it just doesn't do anything. That is absolutely fair. So no Delver attacks. Okay. Keld Marauders goes away a little bit. We draw 2 blue mana. What could that possibly mean? So we'll cast Stormsinger. See if our opponent Spell Stutters. Just counter spells. Okay, sure. Go to combat, swing. And I think we're going to try to Bolt Delver here. Because we won't be able to use it. Yeah, okay. So if they Mutagenic Growth, we're definitely going to Bolt it. And maybe they have Daze. Obviously pretty bad. And if they do, we're really far behind. Because they'll have 3 cards in hand and they can recoup card advantage a lot better than we can. Just goes away. Okay. No Daze from our opponent there was pretty clutch. And I think they would have used it, so that kind of gives us the information that they don't have it. Okay, they might have it now. Yeah, the old school Stompulists. That's what people were saying. Like, I'd never seen it before. And I was like, oh man, this crazy rad new Stompulist is so sweet. And everyone was like, that's not new, stupid. And I didn't realize. I may have seen a list like that before. Ugh, this is weird. Okay, so attack with BTE. I don't think we play it. I think we're going to hold on to Forgotten Key. We have 3 drops. We have 6 3-drops in the deck. So we do have to play it. Play Chainwalker. Unleash the Chainwalker. We're going to hard counter. Okay, so we've seen 2 hard counters out of our opponent. That's good news for us. And we have 8 points of burn in hand if we find enough mountains. Hardcast Ninja, okay. I do not want to have to try to kill that with a lightning bolt, or with a fire blast. 7 points of burn in hand. Right? We let our opponent draw 1 card off of Ninja and we can win. So we put them to 9. They could just have like infinite counter magic next turn. I feel like we have to get Ninja off the board. If they're hard casting Ninjas, this should give us enough time. So I'm going to try to kill Ninja here. They could have mutagenic growth. Obviously that's terrible. But it's what we got to do. Attack them down to 9. It is human tribal. We just drew all of our burn spells, incidentally. So now I think if we draw another bolt, we're in okay shape. But they're also in a position where they can leave up Spell Stutter. 2 cards on top. Okay, so they drew something they liked. Either as a hard counter or as a Spell Stutter. So you gotta be careful. We're gonna try to win anyway, I think. So attack with BT. And I think 4 mana could matter here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to bolt them. There's Spell Stutter, and they can't hard counter here, so I think we're going to have to sacrifice our 2 mountains to put them to 3. All right. Let's see if we can't rally. 2 cards in hand. They like both of the cards on top. Got lots of burn in the deck. It kind of looks like Angler. I think it's like way more aggressive than Angler Delver. So if they can pick up this Spell Stutter with a Ninja here, then we're in trouble, but that means they don't have any blockers. Held Marauders. Oh my god. Please, deck. Give me a land. They found something they liked here, so yeah, that's real bad. Snap was what they found. So we'll pass. And now they can find all kinds of nasty dazes and stuff. Maybe it was a little bit too all in to go the way we did. But I stand by it. Yep, Sprite gets in. It's going to be the Ninja Sprite turn. No. We've seen 2 other counter spells. Yeah, the Flare Husk is spicy. I like it. Valley Dasher. Maybe that was a bit hasty, sacrificing those 2 mountains there. We had a good amount of information about our opponent's hand, but I was trying to get lucky. Without the snap, I think we would have been in a good position. I knew they had 2 cards on top that they wanted to. So that could have been a skeptical play. Ugh. Well, when we find a land. Fire Blast play was okay. Well, I'm definitely not hasty now. Let's see what they flip this Delver on. They don't. So I predict they have a lot more Spell Stutters to play with, and they don't really have to commit very much to the battlefield here. But their clock isn't that fast. Yes, a land would be amenable to our plan. Just any attacker is fine. Ugh! Not like this. You go all of your lands into none of your lands. Down to 10. Infinite interaction in our opponent's hand. Probably Spell Stutter Sprites. We draw 3-drop. That's probably going to be it. I think all we can do is hope that they overcommit one of these turns. They could just be hitting lands too, I guess. They might not have exactly Spell Stutter Sprite. We have Electrickery too. Deck is being really rude right now. All right. They flip Delver, we lose. Opponent's going to hard cast Gush. Boom. Tick that one off the old list. Yeah, it kind of is Cardboard Nomad. Psychic Barrier. Cool. But that's definitely it. All right. Delver. I think we're all well aware of how it feels to wait for the land drop, hey? Is this results-oriented thinking? By mulliganing this, like, okay hand? Thinking we'll never draw a land? I think I'm going to mulligan. All right. I'll keep this. And we might as well keep third land. Put that on top. This way, we can kind of safely cycle Forgotten Cave, although I'll probably still play it. Turn 1. Mono Black Control, looking to be the culprit. I don't have to play it yet, so I'll play Mountain and pass. Could get up to maximum punishment and draw a 3-drop next turn, but it is what it is. Mono Black Control. We drew another land, so I'm pretty glad I didn't play that Forgotten Cave. We'll play Valley Dasher, try to get the beats going straight away. We can beat a Disfigure and deal 4 here, which is kind of nice. They might have another Disfigure. So they take 2. I see a very quick end to our Valley Dasher coming shortly. What do you got? Edicts. Eaten Edicts. Bolts is the draw. I don't think blocking is going to matter that much. So we'll do this and pass turn. No need to cycle Forgotten Cave until their turn. Might play something that matters. Still cycling lands for our opponent. Chittering Rats, okay. So we can kind of undo Chittering Rats with the Forgotten Cave at least. So we will go to combat, attack with Chainwalker. And that's not how Disfigure works. Our opponent's going to trade. Keep them off as much devotion as we can. We're going to do a Morph Stormsinger for the potential of a hasty Marauder next turn. Although I don't know if our opponent is going to be into that. Let's see what happens. Man, red deck has not been doing much winning tonight. Not enough 1-drops. Maybe just not enough BTE draws. What do you guys think? You could probably question me on the Chainwalker and the Stormsinger. That might be it. Maybe I kind of messed with the formula a little bit too much. But also just bad draws. I don't care, man. Let's get a hasty Keld Marauders and get this friggin' show on the road. Yeah, me too. Well, I always hope that, right? And honestly, in testing, it did. Like, when you play against certain decks, they just can't do it. Like, they can't answer this stuff as quickly, and you kind of just take huge advantage of them for it. Phyrexian Rager. All right. So we will Keld Marauders, ping you, and flip our boy. Give the Keld Marauders haste. And we know only combat. Maybe I'll leave Stormsinger back. Now we have 2 bolts in hand. I think we're attacking. Keeping the devotion low is important too. Because a Gary is obviously terrible. They're going to block. Okay. Takes 3, down to 13. We're going to get another attack with Marauders next turn, hopefully. We have 6 points of burn in hand. They're going to Sign in Blood. I like it. Missing land drops. They're going to pass. All right. Some Marauders ticks down. We find Valley Dasher. Come on. 6 points of burn in hand. We're going to disfigure Valley Dasher. Okay. Well, it was close. Attack them down to 8. And we've got ping for 1. We also have hasty 1-drops. What's up, Hagadawa? I need answers for the Abu Boo Bandcamp page. No, you don't. That's not what it's there for. Oh, man, they had the Gary, too. Okay, so they're going to gain some life. And sufficiently block Keld Marauders. But we have Fire Blast in our deck. Chainwalker, okay. So cast Chainwalker. They can just leave this home to block for the rest of their lives. So it's not really an issue for them. We basically just have to draw burn. And have them not have more answers. Alright, I guess we're playing against the corrupt form of this deck. How did you find the A Boo Boo Bandcamp page? That's nonsense. But you can ask, I guess. For my ego's sake. We still have 6 points of burn in hand. Oh man, can they kill? Yeah, they can kill these with the Unleash trigger on the stack. That's pretty scary. Valley Dasher, so we'll play Valley Dasher. Which I guess doesn't matter because he's chump blocking with this forever. But maybe we can convince him it's a good idea to do otherwise and maybe trade off this Rager. Nope. Pass the turn. I don't want to bolt this because I feel like if they have another Gary, I might. But I think Bloodlust Insider would be pretty good. I do like that this can come down as a 2/2, but we tried it and it didn't really, the upside wasn't really there enough, you know? 2 mana. Signs and Blood, down to 11. Yup. More witches. Okay. Our turn. Ringleader. 1, 2, 3. Well, Ringleader does help in some ways, but it does just die to a lot of Kumbash witches. Especially now that they're just going to double block this Valley Dasher. And probably not ping anything. They choose not to double block. Okay, so they don't want to get blown out by lightning bolts or... I guess they don't really get blown out, but anyway. I think foil, I don't know what we answer with it. I just keep saying that. There's Gary. Gary deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Puts us to 1. They gain 1,000,000 life, even if we kill this. Well, we'll take it on the chin. GG's MBCs. No attacks from our opponent. Gonna ping us with Kumbash witches. Yep. Okay. Mono black control. I did not anticipate running into mono black control. I haven't seen very much of it at all. But it is not the control matchup we were thinking about. I know that our anthems get worse, so Riot Ringleader is probably too slow. We don't really want to bounce any of their stuff though, so I think we just have to run it back. I definitely do not have any tech against them in the sideboard, so I'm gonna submit. Waiting for me to say the exact same thing. Yeah, I don't. Like, I don't think we have... I think for foil, you really need... You know what I mean? Like, Force of Will, right? Well, what does Force of Will counter a lot of the time? Besides other counter spells, it'll counter crazy combo pieces, right? Like, that's why Force of Will is so good, but you can use it as, like, a value Force of Will. You can, like, sandbag it if you're in one of those top deck Wars and Legacy, and you're just waiting on... This is a really good hand. You're just waiting on your opponent to... You know, like... They draw their Delver, you've answered everything else in their hand, you just Force of Will their Delver, and then you're way ahead on board, right? Even if you do have to pitch blue card. Go combat, attack with this. So hopefully we get off the ground fast enough here. This is a pretty good hand. Land into BT. And I might Chainwalker here. I think I might as well. It represents just as much damage as Valley Dasher if we do get our Bushwhacker off the ground and it's attacking a turn earlier than it would otherwise. And they're going to disfigure it. Good, good. Land for our opponent. Okay, so now we will whack. Because I don't think Bushwhacker's getting any better. I don't think they can remove everything next turn. So I actually am going to wait one more turn for Bushwhacker. Run out Chainwalker, unleash it, attack for 3. And hopefully get a half-decent Bushwhacker turn in. But them playing a tap land there represents probably some kind of like Edict effect or... Signs and Blood, okay. Sure. I like the sounds of that. Burning Tree. right, so it's Burning Tree. I'm getting pretty greedy here, but whatever. Burning Tree, play Valley Dasher, go to combat, attack for 1,000,000, and we should have him next turn. They're at 5. Have to answer a full board of stuff with 4 mana. At least it's not Corrupt Control. I feel like that would be a pretty bad matchup. And Haggadaya, I do like Bloodlust Insider. I do think Bloodlust Insider is better than this. And I don't, even in then, I think we could like lower the human synergies because we just don't get Riot Ringleader going all the time. It's kind of sad. It's that 3-drop that just never does anything, you know? And Wojak Bodyguard, it's kind of the same thing. Like, it gets down and your opponent answers it. Like, it is good sometimes, but whack, 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 whack. All right, so that was all right. We're on the play. Hopefully we can have a start like that again. I think we could win a game like that even on the draw. Our opponent's Sign in Blood kind of ended up biting them in the nabbler there. But yeah, hopefully we get another start like that and knock them out the box. This is not how you do that. With 2 lands. These burn spells were lands. We drew these burn spells later. Maybe. This is still really bad. But it's got a Burning Tree. I think it would be greedy to let it go. Chainwalker. Yeah, sure. We want a 2-drop for our Burning Tree no matter what it is. We will oblige our opponent and play tap land as well. I wonder, has anyone else ever heard of the Boo Boo thing? I kind of just like hit it somewhere on this page with the understanding that like no one would ever find it. They're going to Sign in Blood, or that like someone would, and it'd be like, oh, I'm so hip, I hit it in the page somewhere. It's like a secret. It's like an Easter egg that isn't particularly hard to find. So we got a couple creatures. We have a Mutagenic Growth to defend them from Disfigure, and yeah, hopefully we either draw a Bushwhacker or a land to cast one of our 3-drops. 3 mana from our opponent. We will not be drawing a land or one of our 3-drops. Pizzy the Tizzy. Go to combat. We'll be using Mutagenic Growth as a removal spell here to defend one of our creatures. And nothing to do with our 2 mana, unfortunately. 3 mana means Rager? Oubliette. Okay. Well, that is a pretty inefficient removal spell. And they're at 16. So we're going to play out Ringleader here, because Ringleader synergizes pretty well with Bodyguard, but I imagine it's going to bite the dust in a second. This is pretty bad in this matchup, actually, considering. Crypt Rats, okay. That sucks. Oh, man. So I think we have to bolt Crypt Rats before it rats our board, which means we'll have to wait a turn on Bodyguard, but that's just the harsh reality of all this. We're still getting it in for 6 here. That's a lot of damage. And we have 4 points of burn in hand. So we'll see what our opponent's next turn looks like. Chainer's Edict. Okay. So we'll lose a 2/2. 1 mana left for our opponent. Ooh, Bushwhacker. Does that do it? So kick a Bushwhacker. Go to combat, swing for 5. 6, actually. Put our opponent to 2. And I think we got our match, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom. GG. So I guess we're going to find out. So we have Ringleader, which is our human payoff, and we have Wojak Bodyguard. We just have a whole sampler of sketchy things that I'm trying that are different than Red Deck wins tonight. So we're going to see if it happens. Big oof. All right, let's go fast. I know that this deck is pretty good against red decks. I may have had a brief discussion with Terry about this deck. So maybe I should have mulliganed. Knowing what I'm going up against, maybe I should have mulliganed the all 3-drops hand, but that's all right. Here it comes. I think this is mono black Tron, if I'm not mistaken. So we got to try to go real fast. What do we draw? BT wouldn't be too bad. Chainwalker. Okay, so let's cast that and hope they don't have another removal spell. Pretty sure I have perfect info about this deck too. 3 mana. What do they got? Chainer's Edict. Okay. Infinite removal. 4 cards in hand though. What do we find? Mountain. All right, so we'll cast Bodyguard here because it will pump Bushwhacker next turn. But I think they're up to enough mana to interact with that. Prophetic Prism, okay. Fixing the mana a little bit. And next turn we are going to attack for a lot. Navigator's Compass, bunch of life gain. I haven't actually. I do really like Simian Spirit Guides. I have killed a person with Simian Spirit Guide beats before, and I would love to do so again. Let's see what we draw. Marauders. All right, so we have to start attacking with this, so I think I am going to kind of waste a Bushwhacker turn here. And then next turn... Yeah, there isn't really any justification to run out Ringleader. We can start getting value off of it next turn. Well, I guess we can't keep attacking with Bodyguard, though. So I actually am going to take a turn off to play Ringleader here. It seems kind of weird, but it does represent a pretty explosive turn next turn, especially if we draw land. See if they have more disruption. More cantripping artifacts. Not too bad. And almost to Tron. Prophetic Prism. Another Edict there would have been pretty bad. And they are pretty close to just flashing those Edicts back. So we're going to have to kill them real quick here. Land. This is like the only time I'm on 3 mana and I want another land. Oh, all right. All right, so we will Keldon Marauders. Ping you. Whack some bushes. Big attack. It would definitely empty my hand faster. Trigger, trigger. This is a huge attack. So how much are we attacking for? 5, 9, 14, 17? So are they just dead next turn? Put them to 2? All right. Put them down pretty far. Pass the turn. Can you win? You're at 2. But you drew so many cards. Let's see what this is. 4 mana. Evan Carr's Justice coming down. See, maybe we should have held on to that Mutagenic Growth. Pure Strider. Okay, I think we still got them. So they gain 5. We get to attack with everything again next turn, and we have a ton of damage on board. We got him. Cool. Okay, so we have lots of stuff to help us out in this matchup. We have Hearth Charms, we have Smash to Smithereens. That'll kill any and all of their artifact creatures, and I think that's really all we care about, actually. So Smash is going to be okay here. Hearth Charm kills artifact creatures, and it also anthems our creatures. Maybe Reckless Abandon isn't something we want to be doing. I think taking out Reckless Abandon, our creatures are likely to survive. And Mutagenic Growth, I think, is going to be good here. So I'll take out... maybe the Hearth Charms aren't worth. Maybe Bodyguards are a little too slow. So I'm going to take out 1 Bodyguard. And 1 Mutagenic Growth. Yeah, if you can drop all your stuff on turn 1 as opposed to turn 2 with Burning Tree Emissary, the upside is pretty high. The Dream Flunge. It was a pretty good flunge. I will admit, I appreciate that flunge. Wait a minute. Isn't flunge a euphemism? This is an okay hand. I'm going to keep this. Smash for the first Prism or some such. Turn comes back. We get a 1 drop down. No Anthems in hand yet. Ooh, oh baby. All right, so Stormsinger. Go to combat, attack. Next turn is going to be pretty good. Yep. Edict. Yep. And turn comes back. How many Burning Trees? 1 more. Hearth Charm. Okay. I don't mind Hearth Charm. So Burning Tree. It's better when it's Duddy. Burning Tree, Keldon Marauders. And we're representing a lot of damage. We have an Anthem in hand. I might be able to smash something here. Prophetic Prism, I will smash that. Although it might not be time. They might play a creature. I'm not really sure. Are they getting stuck on lands? Another one. They just scooped the match. What? I'm in a new province and I just finished up a league with mono red humans. We did end up taking some people out with incredibly fast starts, but ultimately I think Wojak Bodyguard is just a little bit too slow. If you play a 3-drop in the format, it has to be something crazy like Elephant Guide, or you have to be a really slow deck like something like Tron that plays Seagate Oracles and things like that, or Blue-Black Control that has Seagate Oracles and stuff like that. When we got Riot Ringleader down to kind of anthem our humans a few times, our opponents would just kill it before we had the chance to anthem anything, or they had dealt with so many of our creatures or could block so many of our creatures that antheming them by turn 4 didn't really matter. The burn spells were great. Reckless Abandon never got countered, so that's a plus side. I'll definitely take the 2-3. Unfortunately, our last round opponent, we saw that they didn't hit their land drops in their last match, and we had the Burning Tree draw. So I think we got lucky on our wins. This is definitely not better than red deck wins, but I can't wait to see if more humans get spoiled. Maybe we can do something with them. So anyway, that was Red Humans. Thank you very much for watching out on YouTube, and thank you so much for sticking around for the whole stream here on Twitch. I really appreciate it, guys. Have an awesome night. So we'll see if we can get the elusive 50-50 win percentage here in the bonus rounds. We have 3 mana and we have a Wojak Bodyguard in hand. Let's see if Bodyguard holds up to it. Let's see if we get the Swiftwater Cliffs. See if we get that elusive 50-50 win record. No 1-drop isn't a great start against Swiftwater Cliffs. So is this going to be one of those blue-red control decks that I was hoping to target? It might be. 2 mana. Mog War Marshal. Oh my goodness, this is Goblin Storm? Guys, we're going to get Goblin Stormed, and it's going to hurt so good. Burning Tree. And Keldon Marauders, and then we'll get down Riot Ringleader. Next turn. No problem, The Unseen. Glad to have you. Welcome. Hey, it's my pleasure. It's what I like doing. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. You're giving me lots of props. Humans versus goblins. The classic. We were just talking about how good goblins are. I know this Goblin Storm deck is actually kind of insane. I've seen it pop off a few times. They really don't need that many creatures against uninteractive decks to really kind of explode. Kobolds? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? What is this? All right. We're still attacking. Go to combat and swing. Oh yeah, they're probably gonna like Rites of Initiation next turn and kill us. I do not doubt that in the least. All right, so we're gonna get in like this. We're not gonna deal any damage to ourselves. We're gonna make it as difficult for them as possible to kill us. But yeah, we're probably dead. So Burning Tree, Ringleader, pass the turn. I feel like Rites of Initiation is coming, and I feel like it's gonna hurt our faces bad. Oh, Shared Discovery? Oh man. Is this a Shared Discovery deck? I feel like we're getting spoiled with the spice tonight, guys. Spicy spoiledness. Okay, so we're going to block the 0-1s. They only have 2 cards in hand to pump their goblins. So I wonder what this could represent. We'll block the 0-1s. We'll let 3 goblins get through. Worst case, Ontario, we can Fire Blast one of these to keep ourselves alive. Keep Watch. Oh, okay, so I'm going to draw a bunch of cards with Keep Watch. We will have a pretty good turn next turn, though. 1 mana, untapped. Is this Rights? Dynacharge. You got it. All right, so Mutagenic wrote this because it's fairly important for next turn. Kill a couple creatures. This deck is nuts. All right, so we go to 15. Turn comes back. Keldon Marauders goes away. I think we have to hit a Bushwhacker and win here if we want to do anything, especially with all those cards in their hand. Oh, we got a Bolt. Okay. So we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack for 9. We have 7 points of burn in hand. Okay, I think we got him. So we're going to go to 5. We will Lightning Bolt. And Fire Blast. Got there. All right. So mono million creatures board flood. I kind of love it. I kind of really do. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Electricaries, but I don't think we want Gut Shots. Breadlord, firing us over a message. We'll be able to check that in just a moment, my guy, and looking forward to it. So we'll take out our Reckless Abandons. Actually, I think Mutagenic Growths come out. We might get into a fight in combat, but I think I'd rather have Mutagenic Growth out. And we'll maybe we want to bring in Dead and Gone. It's instant speed removal. And then again, so is Gutshot, and Gutshot can go face. Yeah, so let's actually take Gutshot. One copy of Gutshot. And I can't see, I wish I could talk to you, Breadlord, because I can't see your messages while we're sideboarding. I don't know, like, I don't know how, can you see them? Am I just missing something? Can you see the chat while you're sideboarding? I don't really know. Is there like a, nope. No. The Rights Keep Watch decks, they are really cool. I think people call it Watch Rights. Is that correct? It's a Watch Rights deck. Red deck wins is the worst aggro deck to take because it can lose to itself, but after a few games of testing with Rite of Flame, in the end you finish with missing one card to kill your opponent. Bolt, Bushwhacker, anything. Ah! That's amazing. Yeah, it does. It feels good to, like, you know, when you get it. You get that card you were looking for. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know. That is an amazing moment. I do appreciate that. So I don't know what Breadlord's doing, but I can't read their messages. So if you're popping back in to see what's on the go on our end, I haven't read your messages, Breadlord. I'm waiting for you patiently to complete your sideboarding, and hopefully we'll go to game 2. And if anybody knows that I'm just messing up with Moto here and I can actually see the chat, please let me know. Spanish dude. Yeah, it was around on the Pauper subreddit for a while. I know I would see it every now and then. Watch Rights would come up. Did Pauper Ponderings play it? Is that correct? I think Pauper Ponderings probably did it. I like the Goblin Storm deck a lot too. I think Goblin Storm is wicked. And just so much fun. Like, especially when you lose to it. Even with Rite of Flame. Yeah. My favorite Rite of Flame deck was the Mono Red Land Destruction deck we played last Christmas. That's just like one of my favorite decks I think I built. I spent so much time on it trying to make it great. I was playing Sigiled... Oh, what is he called? Sigiled Skink? Is that what its name is? I can't... I submitted... Oh, it was probably just Moto trolling. All right, we have to mulligan. No lands. A land. Mulligan. Okay, we can keep this. This is a hand. Slash the mana base? Yeah. That's them. I think we're going to bottom Keldon Marauders. We kind of want a threat that's going to stick around against this deck. We don't want another land, certainly. But yeah, I was playing Sigiled Skink in the Mono Red Land Destruction deck, like just trying to get it there as well as I could. Lands. Come on, deck. You bottom a Keldon Marauders once. 2 mana. Dragon Fodder. Okay. And some kobolds. You got it. So we're going to play our lasting threats here first. Oh yeah, no, Boros Bully is amazing. We played that for the series. Yeah, so if you want to go watch us play Boros Bully, we got it here on the YouTube channel. Just going over, I think we called it Boros Tokens, I think is what it's called. It does kind of sound like a slur against Viashinos. Respect the Viashinos, man. Casual draw through with Watch Rights here, I think is what we should expect. Sure. I think we're going to take 2. I'm not sure. I guess I could Dino Charge with Overload, which is pretty all right. Just going to let it go through. No Watch Rights. And a few creatures. Yep. Turn comes back. We find Keldon Marauders. All right, so go to combat and swing. And we'll play Marauders. Pass it back. They're at 15. Any kind of Anthem effect here is good. But yeah, I liked Sigiled Skink because it was so hard to generate card advantage in mono red. And it's cool that are they called Signet? No, not Signets. The Lockets are a way that you can produce card advantage in mono red. There's just no way to do it. There's no other way to produce card advantage in mono red besides doing like some backwards kind of graveyard stuff. I don't know about KCI, man. I don't know. I'm almost there. So we can protect our Keldon Marauders with Lightning Bolt, but I don't know that we will. So we're going to block an X1 here to make their potential Anthem worse. Okay, so they're going to Rights. Sure. Discard their hand. They're representing 11 damage. All right, so we're going to bolt one of these. I wonder if we even should bolt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So we'll go to 7. We'll crack back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put them down to 6. I don't even think we kill anything here. Because we can play Keldon Marauders and represent Lightning Bolt next turn, and they have no cards in hand. Oh, we're not attacking with Keldon Marauders. Yeah, okay. So maybe I should have killed something there. But we'll see. Turn comes back. Find Bodyguard. All right, so go to combat, attack with their stuff. They could find Dino Charge off the top, and that would be it. I'd kind of like to try an Eggs deck. I think that could be fun. I think it could be cool. All right, let's see if they found an Anthem. We went shields down. Did they find Dino Charge? Can they Dino Charge? We're at 4. And blockers. Okay. So land. If we attack with everything, we're representing lethal, so they have to block some stuff. We can play a blocker. Let's block one of these. And they're threatening 4 damage. We can kill another thing with a lightning bolt. So we are okay to just flunge here. Flunge away with a mentor target. So there has to be at least one block. Then we play a blocker and we have bolt backup. All right, so we're going to block, and take 3. Okay. Still have 4 attackers. We're going to play Keldon Marauders as a blocker, put them to 1. And pass the turn. Same plan. Hope they don't draw their Anthem. Or Lightning Bolt. What is it? Shared Discovery. All right. All right. Draw a bunch of cards. Is one of those cards a Lightning Bolt? Worth. That card is sweet. I like this deck, Breadlord. I would love to play another Avarax deck at some point. Avarax is one of my favorite cards. By a lot. All right, so our turn comes back. We're going to go ahead and swing for the win. That deck was awesome. That was fun. So thank you so much, Breadlord. That was sweet. And we ended up edging it out, getting the 50-50 victories on the night in the very end. But that was really cool. Cool. All right.